同学位置不够坐，所以有些同学就先站一下边边了。我们会先花大概40分钟时间解释一下 Syllabus 跟一些要求啊。如果你觉得你适合的话，再留下来；如果你觉得不适合的话，等一下就可以走了哈。然后我们因为这间教室看起来不太好，看起来不太好，原因是因为这个萤幕太小了，再是这个萤幕挡住这个萤幕了，所以我们以后我们应该会换一间教室，但是也应该在上面附近，应该在学思楼，我们这个下礼拜再处理。好，那同学还没有拿到你还不在那个 enrollment 的清单上面的同学，可不可以举一下手？所以就是有选上都没来嘛，对不对？那你们要看一下情况因为看一下下周的情况。然后 for student who you need English class, right? Okay. We have two sets of teaching material. One is for Mandarin students, the other is for English class student. So, are you in the enrollment list? Yeah, you are not. So you, 同学快做。So we will deal with the enrollment stuff next week or next week. So we will go over the syllabus this week, but it depends on if you like this course or not. So it's really enough. Today we will teach everything in English. Okay? 好，同学赶快想办法找个位置，或者是应该没有办法去隔壁偷，对不对？因为我刚看到前校长在隔壁，他应该课也蛮满的。所以如果你找不到，先边边想办法找个位置。好，那个这个我们有课程网站，好，所以这是 QR code， 好，来快点。想办法找个地方，没有的话只能站着了哈。好，再讲一下我们看这情势，就是如果有来的有选上的没退选，或是没选上的想要加选，我们可能换教室哈。我们下一间教室助教员告诉我，可能是一个60个人的规模的，所以再怎么样我们也只能接受60个人。清单上是35+15，35+15。OK。清单上是30+15，所以只有45个人，对不对？那间60个人教室再怎么说也只能多加15个人，那就要看大家加退选的状况。那我们这个我们要第2周或第3周再想办法哈。那从现在开始就是纯英文哈。那先跟中文的同学讲一下，就是我们的这个课基本上我们有2套教材，一套是中文的，一套是英文的。英文的已经全部上线，并且已经剪辑好了。那今年我们会制作中文的教材，所以今年我们会上课是中文的，但是我们会请英文的同学去看去年已经做好的全英文的教材，是线上的。但是中文的同学你可以来，我希望你来教室啊，因为我们现在已经不太需要做疫情的管控的这件事情哈。好，那因为今天是第1个礼拜，所以我们第1个礼拜课会是英文的，好，这样好。Okay, that is the QR code of this class, okay? Our website. So make sure, if you want to enroll this class, make sure you visit this website at least once every week, okay? We do have announcement, so make sure you read those announcement, okay? At least once every week, okay? We have several rules, several things you need to follow. So here's the QR code. So maybe you take a picture of this QR code. Okay. I will explain syllabus in the very first hour. Okay. So here, the name of this class is Data Science for Cybersecurity, because I believe cybersecurity is still one of the important things we need to deal with in the real world. So in the business college, although cybersecurity is not the most important topics we need to deal with, but I think still in security is part of the management, okay? So we still believe you need some skill, you need some concept, you need some tools, algorithms, whatever, okay? We will teach in the class. We still believe it is one of the important things you need to know. So that is the reason why we have this class. So in order to deal with those real-world cybersecurity problems, I designed several tools, mechanisms, projects, something like that, to help you to understand how to deal with such kind of problem with the respect of using data science approach to solve this problem, okay? So I'd like to go over, okay? It's right here, okay. So basically, it is an introduction class, okay, for especially for students in MIS department or computer science department student, okay. So if you have taken any other advanced security class or data science class, maybe you want to drop this class because it will be a introduction to cybersecurity and data science, okay? But one thing you have to know is you should have the capability of writing program, because in this class we will not teach you how to write Python program. You have to deal with these programming things by yourself. We will give you a lot of codes, so you have to read those codes. You have to execute this code by yourself. We will not teach you why we write this code in this way or that way. So make sure you feel comfortable of writing programs, and you feel comfortable. You know how to debugging. You know how to find solution on the website. For example, Stack Overflow. Okay. So this class is designed for students who are interested in cybersecurity, right? And machine learning method. And of course, we use, we will give you some data, some data set, okay? So you can analyze it in the class or in your homework, okay? So you will get familiar with tools, algorithms, concept, and execution environment of to perform data analysis on data on security related data. Okay, and but of course all the related security concept, data analysis, theory analysis, tools. All the things will be taught in the class, okay? And we will read some research paper to enhance, to know what is the advanced or cutting-edge technology invented in recent years, okay? And we will introduce several security systems. For example, how do you design a system to do spam mail detection? How did you analyze a network packet? How did you analyze executable file, which might be malicious software or it might be a nice software? So how did you do such kind of detection by using the concept we taught in the class, and by using machine learning or data mining or deep learning algorithms? Okay, so that is. Okay, so make sure you notice that basically if you are an MI student and I believe you have you have taken the programming language course, okay, twice. So that is okay for MI students and for the computer science department students, and I believe you know lots of things about programming. But for all the other students in other department, make sure you can write program by yourself. Okay, we will not cover anything about programming. Okay. So and again, this course is designed for students who are in their 3rd or 4th year of college or graduate student. So we have 2 different course number. This is 2 number. We have 2 different course number. One's for graduate student, one's for undergraduate student. So make sure you select the correct course number. And if you would like to switch between these 2 numbers, which is okay, as long as you have the correct enrollment document, I will give you my signature after, I think next week. Okay. And we do have a forum for students to discuss class materials, and some, if you have any question about homework, you can ask questions, and TA and I will try to respond as soon as possible so that you can understand why we the meaning of the homework, or there's some ambiguous problem of the homework. Okay, so make sure you do know we do have a forum and you can ask questions, and TA and I will help you to answer your question. Okay. And in this year, as long as the COVID-19 problem might be solved, okay, or we don't have to stay at home or dorm to learn stuff, right? So I wish you can come to a classroom so that we can have a face-to-face discussion, or we can have more interaction. Because using YouTube or online streaming, which is it is very convenient, but I think face-to-face communication is more efficient. Okay, so I have you to come to the classroom, and for English student, you must read this document. Okay, you must read for English students, you must read this document. Okay, so make sure you read this document before you take this class. And again, okay, maybe we will change to another classroom next week. Okay, we will announce which classroom it is in the website. Okay, so we have a forum and we have a GitHub. So all the material I share with you can be found in the GitHub. Okay. Yes. It is in the GitHub. So you can download everything from that GitHub. Okay. So we have 4 or 5 homework in this semester, and we have two examination. One is the midterm, and the other is the final, right? So midterm, the final, and all the homework should be submitted to the Google Classroom. We will update the Google Classroom information in this website. So you should have NCCU Google email account so that you can access this Google Classroom. So make sure you do have g.nccu.edu.tw email account so that you can log into that system. Okay. Of course, there are some course objectives and learning outcomes. So let's go over it again. Okay. So make sure you understand what is the cybersecurity technology and what is the relationship between cybersecurity and the security management. Because we are in commerce college, we have to know what is the reason why we take this course. What is the reason why management or commerce business need such kind of technique to help them to develop their application. So cybersecurity is important for them. So we have to understand what is the reason why. We will cover this topic today. So, but after this, after the very first week, this week, from next week, we will go to, use another kind of teaching style. Okay, we'll give you several different codes, several different slides to help you to understand what is the algorithm behind those machine learning or data mining or deep learning algorithms. So you have to, but my suggestion is that you don't need to run those code with me in the class. I think the important thing is you need to take notes when you in the class. Okay, we'll show you next week. Okay. So second one is understand the concept of detection, profiling, subject. There are several different subjects related to security. So we will go over those different topics. And I think the important thing is the most important thing is detection. There are several applications related to cybersecurity, which falls into the category of detection. You have to detect if there's any anomaly in your business, in your data. You have to know if there's any misuse. Misuse 就是中文就坏人或是误用的意思哈。If there's any misuse in your data or in your company, in your business, so I think detection is very important from perspective of cybersecurity. And the same, artificial intelligence or machine learning algorithm, they have a very large set of algorithms which deals with the detection problem. So we will teach you how to merge these two different, discipline, okay, together to find to implement the application, the security application we would like to have, okay. And of course, I think there are some other security topics, okay. And since we need to run some codes, okay, and we would like to run it efficiently, so we will teach you how to use some hardware material, some online material to help you to run your code on GPU rather than using CPU, because GPU is much more efficient than using CPU, okay. And I think from here, okay, there are some other security topics, okay. And again, as I mentioned, we will teach you how to implement different security-related systems, such as intrusion detection system. You have to know your company, your data, your computer has been invaded by the hackers, by the malicious software. So you need a detection system using AI or deep learning, machine learning algorithm to help you to detect there is something wrong with your system. So we need an intrusion detection system, okay? Anomaly detection system, we need to know where the suspicious or abnormal things you need to detect, okay? Anomaly detection. And spam mail, okay? Given a mail, you have to identify it is a spam mail or it is just a regular or normal mail, okay? By using the knowledge of the training data, by using implementing several detection algorithm, okay? And sequence analysis system. In the real world, there's some data is we call it sequential data. For example, text data is a sequential data, okay? A log is a sequential data. Voice or voice, okay, is sequential data. Because those data is much more complex. So there are some other algorithms to deal with such kind of sequential data, okay? And I think another important thing is that we will introduce a visualized machine learning tool. And just before you write your program, I think it is very good for you to use some graphic analyze tool to analyze your data before you write your program, because those data is quite advanced and they can give you some initial or some essential, I think, thought or essential analysis before you write your program. They are very basic, but they are very useful. We'll teach you how to use this tool called Orange, okay? So we do have some topics, and we don't have any textbook. Just follow our slide, okay? So here we have a very big table. So for each week, okay, we do have some materials here with you. So for English students, okay, we already added, record and edit, and try to set the subtitle, English subtitle, in this English video on demand video. So here it starts with T. So for every week, if you want to use English version of a teaching material, okay, for example, you have to read T01, T02. That should be the video on the YouTube. So simply just click the blue link, and you can see the English material on the YouTube. And the English material T01, T02, that is 2 documents, okay, 2 documents. So when you watch the video, you can take a look at this English material, okay? But for the student who speak Mandarin, okay, we do have a new up-to-dated material, which is M01, okay? We reorganize some of the material and start with T, and it becomes the material start with M, okay? So for Mandarin, okay, speaking student, you only need to see, to watch, not to watch, okay? It's just a document, okay? M01, okay? But for some weeks, okay, you can see that is orange. That means we want to teach you how to implement or how to run some code or some data and analyze some data by using the graphic tool, which is orange. So that will be 001 or 02, something like that, okay? So basically you click the blue link, and you can see there should be a YouTube playlist, and you can just watch 001, 002, so on and so forth, okay? Make sure you understand that, okay? So in this semester, in the classroom, okay, for English student, you simply just go to the YouTube and watch all the English video on demand, which is good enough for you, because we have we do some editing on the previous semester, okay? For Mandarin student 中文同学，因为我们这个学期要整理中文的东西，所以我们会录中文的音，然后做中文的剪辑。但是你们可能会来不及，因为助教没有办法这么快的及时剪辑，所以我们还是希望你来上课，因为上课内容是这样子。那这学期的上课内容，我们会在暑假的时候做剪辑，然后再回馈给下一次的同学啊，就是都没有办法及时了哈，就是某一次录的就只能给下一次的同学用了哈。那上一学期我们做的是英文的，那这一学期我们要做的是中文的，可以吗？那你们就不要管那些 T 的事情了。你们就看那个中文的吧，就是你们来上课，然后看那些 M 开头的文件，那我们上课会解说。Okay, so for the that's the column is homework. So we have several homework, and in week 9 and 18, I believe, that is midterm. So I would like to explain something about the grading policy. Okay. So 40% of the point will be the homework. So we have I think 5 homework. You have to write a program, okay? You have to run the program and save all the result and send the result to TA by using Google Classroom. So TA will grade, okay, the quality of your analysis, because basically those homework basically all of them are program homework. You have to demonstrate you can analyze such kind of data by using the algorithm techniques or tools we taught in the classroom. Okay, so according to the quality of your analysis, okay, TA will grade your homework, and 40% of the point will be the programming exercise, or as answer will be very few, okay? And you must see the academic integrity, which is right here, okay? Because you go back home or you don't to write homework. So basically, if you have any question, you can simply just ask in the forum. You don't have, you cannot, of course you can verbally or orally discuss the homework with your classmate, but you cannot share any code with your classmate because TA would know if you use the same code. OK， 中文再讲一遍，因为这很重要。你可以口头上的跟你的同学讨论作业大概的方向怎么写，你可以上 forum 去问说，老师这一题是什么意思 ，TA 这一题是什么意思，可不可以讲再更详细一点，或是有哪些策略方法可以指引我一下，我们会想办法回答你。那但是你不能够跟你的同学 share 你的 code， 这下面都有写，好，回去自己看。你不能 share 你自己的 code， 因为 share code 这样就相当于作弊了嘛，对不对？那因为这是一个选修课，所以我们希望同学是来学东西的，所以我们也不会太斤斤计较一些事情，但是这个底线要守住哈，就是你有问题，助教会想办法帮你解，我会想办法帮你解。我希望你学到这个技能跟知识，然后写在作业上，不是草草的结束那个作业就算了哈。所以要特别记住这一点啊。And we do have a project, 20% of the point. Okay, students need to write an analysis program on security-related data, but you can choose what kind of data you would like to use. Anything related to security, which is okay for me. And you have to write a document to explain what is your concept, why you use this data, and how did you analyze the data. What is the algorithm you use? What is the strategy you use? And then you have to provide your code, so that we know, okay, you really implement what you have claimed, and you have to explain what is the result of your analysis, and then you have to prepare a presentation file. So that will be the document, codes, and presentation file. So that is the project. And at the end of, which is right here, at week 17, we will let students to demonstrate what you analyzed, okay, in the classroom. Okay, so that we have a demonstration at week 17. Okay, and the last two thing is midterm and final. Okay. Because we teach you a lot of algorithm and tools, right? So you don't have to come to classroom to take the midterm and final. We will announce the midterm file and final file on this website, and you just go home, turn on your computer, and do whatever you can to answer the questions in the midterm and the final, and submit it in the Google Classroom as well. Because it is a selected course 啊，因为这是一个选修，所以我们希望你是有动机来上这个课的。所以我们考试我们就出了题目之后，我们就回家写，这一直以来都是这个样子哈。那就用尽你所有的方法，想办法去完成作业上的题目就好了嘛，对不对？那当然就是在那个 integrity 的范围之内的。所以你要上网找啊，然后去问一下forum 啊，或者说拿你自己之前的作业抄来改一改，或者上网找一些比较 advanced 的一些演算法，然后想办法修改一下来适应这个，这都没有问题，这个都没有问题哈，就是 open book、open internet， 什么都可以。那只是希望说你可以稍微整理一下你上半学期还有下半学期的知识，然后写在你的 midterm 里面。我们没有要为难你哈，就是只是这样子哈。好，那有些详细的内容就回家看哈。So you can see that we already put everything on the internet, right? For example, in this week we have this hour that we introduced the syllabus this year. So next hour we'll start to introduce what is security management. Okay, so for English students you have T01, for Mandarin you have M01, and for English students, if you're not here, and you can take a look at the video on demand, which is a YouTube video recorded 2 years later or less than a year. Okay, so for the cybersecurity, cyber attack, which is the next topic, Again, English students, you have T02 and video on demand, and for Mandarin student, you have the up-to-dated M01, which is updated this year, this semester. 中文的同学，你们看的就是 M 开头的。那当然，如果你们有时候 miss 掉一些 class， 你们看英文的也没有关系啊，去看那个 VOD。那可是 VOD 的内容会跟 M01会有一点差别，因为 M01的内容会大修过，就是我们有修改过内容。那我们希望修改过的内容就是今年可以录一录，然后再回馈到下一年可以用啊。所以中文同学尽量看 M01， 因为 M01的东西会比较精准，然后会比较简洁一点点啊。因为 T01那个是第一年的时候做的，有点就是比较赶。好，所以你为了学习品质，我建议你还是看一下来上课，然后来看一下 M01就好了。好，那英文同学就去做英文的，那我们之后在下一年的时候再改进。I would like to show you some example of the document I prepared for you, okay? And then we will take a break, okay? So for some class, for example, right here, we will discuss some concept, security concept or management concept. So that basically those are just like, okay? That is one of the type of the material I share with you, okay? The other type, which is the major one, would be something like this. Of course, we will teach you what is the reason why we need this course and what is the outline, there's some explanation right here. But basically, those are codes. And those are codes and those are the execution result of these codes, okay? So we will teach you, that is the explanation of these codes, okay? And we'll show you how to understand those codes, why we need this code, why some algorithms, some tools, okay, they rely on those concept, okay, to develop different algorithm. 然后再讲一遍嘛，我们的 code， 我们的 material 有两个形式，一种就是纯文字的，那就是教你一些概念；另外一种就是程式码的，好，那这大家应该多少大家看过嘛，就是那个Colab 上面的东西嘛，所以里面会有一些slide， 就是讲述一些观念，那这都会 go over 过。那里面还有一些 code， 那 code 基本上是不会 go over 的，因为我讲过，我们不会讲 code 内容，我们大概会提示跟你说这个东西可以画出比如说上面那个 code 可以画出下面这个东西，然后呢中间这段 code 可以做出下面这个，但是这个不是上课的重点，上课重点是说为什么这个图长这个样子，所以基本上上课是很少会牵涉到 code， 你对 code 有问题就上 forum 去问，好。然后基本上这些 code 就是教你一步步教你说我们怎么样做到某些的分析或什么，所以这是两部分，一个是纯粹的字的解说，一个是那都是观念哈，那些都是观念。那再就是说那些观念怎么被 implement 成 code， 那就会有一些范例，然后你怎么去做分析。那 code 的部分就麻烦你回家看，所以你回家应该是把它打开之后丢到你自己的这个机器里面去执行一遍，然后看答案应该都一样，因为这个东西我都会再重新执行一遍嘛哈。上课前我都会重新执行一遍，确保它是可以跑的哈。然后你怎么做这样的分析？那这样分析你以后在其他的 project 或者 homework 里面要怎么做 ？So you have to in homework or project you can learn what kind of analysis you can do in by using the material I provide for you. Okay, so if you need to analyze the relationship of different variables, you can simply just copy my code and analyze your own data. Okay, 这是第二部分。And the last one is the paper, the academic paper. We will go over some very important, and I think it is very good for you to realize why academic people invent certain different algorithm, or what is the concept of some algorithm. Okay, so we will go over some paper at the end of this semester. 第三部分就是说，有时候我们会看一下一些比较经典或是比较重要的学术的论文。那我们不会每一个字都看啊，这样太花时间。我们会挑取一些重点出来，然后跟你讲说为什么他是这样想的，然后这样想会导致什么样的结果，然后他或是有些比较分类型的哈，就是说把各种分析方法做一个很好的分类，那很值得大家参考，就大家做一些纵观的整理。那在学期的最后面的时候，我们会有一小段这个 看 paper 这件事情，所以就是观念啊，就是会写在同片里面 ，code 也是在同片里面，然后 paper 我们之后会讨论，大概是这个样子的。好 ，so which one？ 这个 ，so as you can see that every material is on the website, and we will finish those material in 18 weeks. Okay, so if you have any question, just try to take a look at this schedule. So make sure you know what you will learn, and if it is not what you expect, okay, so we'll take a break right here, right now. So that's it. 好，同学有没有问题？有没有 any question? Otherwise, we take a 10-minute. We come back at okay 10 o'clock. So we'll start our next slide. 好，同学有没有问题？哦，然后就一样嘛，就是加签是不可能在这个礼拜解决的，所以加签一定是起码是下个礼拜之后嘛。然后你手上要有那个单子，就是大家知道加签单嘛，有一种是一个人一个的，有一种是好多人一个的嘛。那我签名。那我也讲过哈，大概在下一个教室。So next week we will change to another classroom. So we'll announce which classroom it is in our website and in this classroom next week. Okay, so make sure you are in the correct classroom next week. 好，有没有什么问题想要问 ？Any question？ 请说。
今天有来都可以加吗？
今天有来都可以加吗？其实我是希望人数大概维持在60个人就好，所以根据我手上的清单是30加15就是45嘛，对不对？那你还有60人的话，起码还有10多个人可以加。那因为同学，大家都大学生嘛，我们就知道嘛，不是每个人每一个礼拜都会来上课嘛，对不对？所以大概还可以再多加个3、5个人是没有问题，因为教室一定是坐下的。那只是说我们在考试的时候，因为我们又不到场考试，对不对？我们有到场考试，他回家写嘛，所以也不会有考试的问题。所以大概可以加个10多个人吧，我猜。对，所以下礼拜跟下礼拜就去教室，因为那时候我们就可以知道有多少人坐在那边，然后多少空位嘛。那你现在这样子，我们比较难，而且我们现在应该你们手上都还没有单子嘛，下个礼拜吧。Okay, we deal with the enrollment problem next week. Okay, in the new classroom. 好，有问题吗？有问题吗？没有问题啊。We'll take a break and we come back at 10 o'clock. Okay, so we start the first slide next hour.